So today it's just tinted eyebrows. So all I had to do, oh, and I self contoured my face last night with some self tanner. So literally it's just spot conceal today, mascara, lipstick, and some powder to set, where I spot conceal because your girl's oily. So I don't want it slipping and sliding. But I mean, literally just the smallest amount of makeup this morning. And I feel like I look good. Like I feel great. I look put together and I'm ready to go to work. And I just didn't want to have to fuss with a lot of makeup this morning. I wanted more sleep than, time to do my makeup. So today I'm going to show you how to tint your brows at home. Okay, like this, like a pro. So first thing is you're going to want to make sure that your skin is clean and free of any makeup and oil. So I like to take a cotton pad and some alcohol and just rub that over the brow hairs and the skin underneath the brow. You're going to see in this tutorial, and I'm going to point out why it's not as easy as it may seem to do your eyebrow tinting at home. Even for me, as someone that I do this day in and day out, it's challenging to do it on yourself, and it's much easier to do this on someone else. So first thing, with your dye mixing, you're going to want to use some type of glass or porcelain dish, something that's not going to stain and absorb color, so nothing that's non-porous. You're going to take equal parts dye and developer, that's usually the rule of thumb, and give that a good mix. When applying the dye, this is what's important. Wherever the dye touches the skin first, it immediately starts to develop color. So you want to be clean with this. This is why brow artists usually will map out the shape with some string. So if you are used to filling in your brows with makeup, this might seem a little easy for you, but it is actually challenging because the consistency of dye is not the same as brow makeup products. It's looser and you have to learn how to work with it. So using a flat angle brush is usually really helpful because it'll help you stamp a nice clean line. I like to start off on the base bottom part of my brow and the tail end so that develops first. Once I reach the front end of the brow, I will take a brush. I use these little mini dental brush picks and I brush that dye up into the rest of my brow hair to create this natural soft blend. And then I start my timer for 5 minutes because I'm gonna wipe away the front end of my brow first. While that's developing, I finish off the rest of my brow hair and begin to just fill in my brows like how I normally would with makeup as far as the shape. So if you're someone that you don't know even shape your brows, this is where it's going to become challenging, but it can still be achieved. You might have to just do a little bit more cleanup work like how I'm doing here. Take a fine Q-tip, a mini, Q-tip, a clean brush, and just make those edges crisp. When they're not crisp, that's when you get that real splotchy look. So my 5 minutes were up. I'm just taking my dye hair remover that comes with my dye that I buy, and I remove the front end of my brow first with a Q-tip while I let another 5 minutes pass by, and then I go ahead and remove the rest of the brow. If you feel like any spots are not as dark as you would like them to be, you can always go ahead and reapply tint and have it sit for a little while longer. The longer you leave on the tint, the darker it will become. I did both of my brows separately because it was gonna be too complicated to do them both on camera at the same time. But yeah, that's basically it. It will take some practice, but practice does make perfect, and if not, well, book an appointment with an experienced brow artist.